Hello and good morning. I'm Tom Rees and welcome to Tom Talks, and today we're going to be talking to Dominic Strevens about his experience in the media editing industry. How are you, Dom?
I'm very well. Lovely to be here.
Thank you. So, what is your favourite type of genre to edit?
Well, I only really edit one type of genre, which is drama. So it's like what you would consider when you go to the cinema.
Yeah.
So I call myself a film and TV editor because I used to cut stuff that was shot on film, even though it's now all transferred and cut on a computer. So
Yeah.
I don't actually get to cut stuff like this, like studio multicam kind of things, or lifestyle shows, or things, entertainment like the X Factor or reality. So I only cut drama. So that's the kind of genre and the favourite thing that I like to do.
And would you say you prefer working on fictional?
That's a good question. Well, again, I've done a few docudramas, but it's mainly always kind of fiction because it's a made up story. It can be based on something.
Yeah.
It's adapted from a book or something like that. So it's normally an original story, but yeah, on the whole, it will always be fiction. Yeah.
And what advice would you give to someone who wants to get into the media editing industry?
Well, just to cut stuff. There's kind of the stuff you can do today, like on your phone, on your home computer. There's no reason why you can't go out and just have an idea, shoot something with your mates on your phone. We all know how easy that is to download on your computer. Every computer package now has editing software on it.
Yeah.
I remember when my kids were really little and they had an iPad, and some of the stuff they used to make was absolutely fantastic. I mean, it was better than I could do. They used to make these horror trailers and stuff like that, and it was really, really fantastic. And it was encouraging because it's so immediate.
Yeah.
When things were shot on film, it had to go to the lab, had to be processed, had to get it back. So I think the immediacy now is really encouraging. So just go out and make, and before you know it, you'll have a back catalogue of stuff that you can use if you want to then go to college or go to film school. So just practice and make don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah, just sort of build a portfolio.
Yeah, build a portfolio and just make stuff. There's no excuse not to in this day and age. And ironically, the things that everyone spends their most time on is also something they can just flip and make something with. So yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a passion for media and filmmaking when you were growing up as a child?
I certainly had a passion. My biggest passion, funny enough, was creative. So I studied stills photography and art, but I was really into music growing up. I sort of still am. And so I used to think in terms of, dare I say it, ever a career, I used to think it'd be lovely to put music to images. And wonderfully, that's what I've ended up. I didn't know there was a career that could be done with that, but it all comes under the umbrella of editing.
Yeah.
When you make stuff, you always have to choose music for it. You end up working with composers. You choose source music, so that is kind of almost like a dream come true. And I love that stage when you get to put music onto the cut stuff. But yeah. So I had an overall. I wanted to do something creative. As to the word media and stuff, it wasn't. I used to think when I was younger, like media was more like being a journalist or kind of a writer or something like that.
So you didn't know, but you just
I didn't know.
creative.
I didn't know I wanted to do something creative.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have been, painting walls or gardening or something like that. I've always had to make things, so it kind of stemmed from that, really.
Yeah. So many people in here may want to get into the editing industry.
Yeah.
What advice could you offer them to help them?
Well, I would say the normal way in is to kind of become what's known as a runner. So you can study it, but then you really have to kind of apply that. So it's about gaining experience, work experience, relevant experience, and if you choose the field that you wanted to go into, it might be studio kind of filming like this, or it might be drama when you might work on set, or indeed a runner at a facility. So once you do that, you're dealing with people like myself that are doing it every day. And if you tell them I'm really interested in doing this, then they might need a trainee. Then from a trainee you become an assistant. So it's getting that important kind of first sort of foot in the door, really. But
Yeah.
studying it is obviously the best route to go. My assistants at the moment are really well equipped. They know so much, and they have to know a lot more than I did when I was doing it. So technically, a lot of the software packages and stuff they already know before they've even started.
Yeah, it's just building the experience. Really,
Building the
isn't it?
experience, definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's all we have time for. But thank you for your time.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.